What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. This might help. This might help cheer everybody up, man. It might help cheer everybody up. Diddy got only 50 months. That's bullshit. I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell. Tunnels under his house and he can't make bail. Neighbors scared stiff, won't retrieve they ball. If it bounce over Diddy gate, they don't call. Ain't no doorbell ringing, ain't no fence climbing. They say the devil dance quiet when the stars are lining. Talk in the street about basements with screams, where the silence too loud and the truth still bleed. Lawyer walks off, said the case too thick. Even his mama on IV drip. Sick, trying to detox demon while praying on lies. But you can't cleanse blood when it drips from the sky.
Lawyers will argue today that Sean Combs deserves some special treatment. They're hoping to get him out from behind bars as quickly as possible. This morning, the case against Sean Combs returns to court following the split verdict.
I can't believe I saw the twins in the pews. Eyes wide shut, trying to dodge daddy's snooze. Courtroom silence when they walking slow. I felt the shame hit the floor like a soul on a go. They say he comfy now. Sheets folded neat, other inmates doing favors just to eat. He's still moving like a mobile with a plan. But God don't blink, the karma hits like a fan. Cases dropping daily, names ain't redacted. One brave soul said, nah, I ain't matching. I'm not anonymous, I'm proud with the pen. Said you're gonna remember this truth again and again.
We are just getting started. We're going to win, and we're not going to stop until he walks out of prison, a free man to his family. The defense argues there are exceptional circumstances.
I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe. That's just a picker-upper. Keep your head up, people. Keep your head up. 50 months. 50 months is a slap in the face, right? But it ain't a punch in our face. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, they lightened up a little bit. Now that we got them on the run, we need more people to come forward. Now that we got them on the run, we need to write more letters to the judge. We need to start writing to the Supreme Court. These laws got to change because they're not working. These laws need to change because they're not working. People getting out of jail and they wait 6 to 8 months and they go back doing the same thing. I feel as though if you offer your probation, right, and you go back, I'm watching so many crime. I like to see when they investigate these people, they go, man, I'm going back to jail. Duh. If you do wrong, you go back to jail. I think we should investigate the jails and strip some of this happiness they have. If you have to spend any government money to make a jailbird feel more comfortable, they don't need that. They don't need 2 blankets. They don't even need a pillow. You lost that. You in jail, cousin. You want to go to Mexico? Don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. But anyway, this guy right here, man, has did a lot of, I really wanted to see, I think this is the guy named Michael that actually, Ex-Mobster on what Diddy faces in prison. I thought this was pretty good, man, on News Nation. Shout out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Keep your head up, people. Let's check it out.
Obviously, he's disappointed, although he really shouldn't be. I think, a 4-year sentence here with already credit for the year or so that he has in. I think he did very well. with respect to all of the drama and all of the circumstance around this trial. There was a lot of bad stuff out there, and I'm not saying I'm not passing judgment on that, but it just looked really bad. And he could have gotten up to 10 years or 11 years. So I think the judge, took everything into consideration. I think his family today made a very good plea for him, and I think he did very well. That's my opinion. Mm.
So in your experience, like your own experience and other, inmates that you've seen go through it and then show back up at the cell block, how do they take this? Do they bury their head in the pillow and cry, or do they keep their head held high and just pack up their stuff and wait for their assigned new prison? Like, tell me everything.
Well, everybody's different. I'm sure he went back was somewhat disappointed, so he's probably, dwelling on that. Hey, it could have been differently. Right. Maybe I should have gotten out. Maybe he's a little bit upset, a little bit angry. I get it. All those emotions come into play. But right now, he's got to get ready. He'll spend a couple of weeks there until they designate him to a new facility. And he'll be a lot better off in prison than he is in the federal jail. At least there you can move around and you got some freedom on the yard and things like that. My thought is he'll collect himself, get himself together. There are ways for him to improve himself. They have the Bureau of Prisons now has a drug program. And if you're allowed to get into that drug program, you can knock as much as 18 months off your sentence. Now, I don't know if he'll qualify, if they'll allow him to go in, but he'll probably start to think about, okay, what can I do to reduce my time now? That's what everybody thinks when you get in there. Mm-hmm. Is there any way we can better ourselves? He's thinking about what facility they're going to send him to. I'm sure he spoke to his lawyers and he asked his lawyers to put in a facility that's close to his home, close to his family, a low or medium level. I don't think he'll get into a camp.
Can you though? Does your request actually count? I mean, I thought the feds just put you where it works for them. I didn't think you get a say in it.
Well, here's the thing. You could ask the judge to recommend. The Bureau of Prisons doesn't have to go along with the judge's recommendation, but it does help a little bit. They do try to sometimes satisfy the judge's request.
That's something right there. I start right there taking stuff out. You in jail. You did wrong, and didn't you want to have a choice? Your lawyers want to have a choice? That's what the problem starts before they even get the people in the door. That's what the problem is, man. They don't understand what jail is. They just want, the United States they want everything comfortable. And I'm telling you what foreigners said to me. I'm telling you what they said. Everything in the United States is peaches and cream. Even your jails, even your police officers is soft. Only thing is hard is your army because you got so many people in your army. Y'all fight softly. That's what they said. Y'all fight dirty and soft. That's what they said, man. And that's what they believe. And I believe it too, because if you go to jail and you're going to say, well, Your Honor, can I go to this jail right here and not that jail? Nick, you in jail.
You can put in a request and sometimes they'll honor it, sometimes they won't. It's really up to them. They're not bound by
You cannot put in no request. You can put it in all you want. It's going right in file 13. Y'all know what file 13 is. That's trash. File 13. Why are we letting these people... Y'all don't want to fix the problem. You just want to put a Band-Aid over the problem. That's what you're doing. Giving them I got power to do something in this world. Oh man, you done lost your rights,
help
cousin.
A little bit. They do try to sometimes satisfy the judge's request. You can put in a request, and sometimes they'll honor it, sometimes they won't. It's really up to them. They're not bound by anything at that point in time. So, but he's wondering now, hoping which facility he gets into. I don't think he'll get into a camp only because he's high profile. Even though his sentence qualifies him for a camp, it's a low security, sentence. But my feeling is he'll get into at least a medium because he's so high profile.
Is the camp the lowest security and therefore more paddle and tennis and all the other things and what they call Club Fed or Camp Cupcake?
They moved me to a camp by accident at one point, and there's no fences or anything like that. And I wasn't there for too long because they realized they made a mistake and put me back in the medium security. But they tell you when you get there, listen, there's no fences. If you want to leave, you can leave. But when we catch you, we're going to add another 5 years onto your sentence. And while I was in that camp for 2 months, each month somebody ran away. I mean, they always try to do that. But yeah, he's thinking of that. Yeah, he's thinking of that. But, you know, a medium security is not that bad.
So let me quickly go back, though. Go back to that piece about he's high profile, so he won't get a camp. Why wouldn't he? I thought in a camp, nobody's going to shank him because, again, they want out.
You know, the overriding factor there, I believe, is he's a guy with a lot of money. And I'll tell you, this happened to me when I went in there because of the profile I had, because of the way they wrote me up. You know, I had everybody and their brother inmate trying to do a deal with me when I got out, you know, a business deal. They need money. You know, because of the fact that he's a money guy, I think he's going to have more friends than he will enemies. And in a medium security, normally nobody's looking to shank you. When you get into the higher institutions, when people are doing, you know, a ton of time and there's no way you can benefit them, then you got a little more problem. But in a medium security, I don't think he'll have an issue at all. I really don't. He can be too much of a benefit to inmates that are always looking for something. And he could be a golden ticket for some people, at least in their mind.
I could just talk to you for hours and hours, but I have some other guests lined up, so I got to say bye there. But Michael Francis, thank you so much for being on again. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Yeah, his name is Michael.
You too. By the way, folks, Michael's book is called From Godfather to God the Father. Pick it up, have a read. Lots and lots of other people have.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Man, oh my gracious. Let me see if we can pick one more because that's a shorty right there. This is 20 hours ago. I think, oh my goodness. Let's check this out. Did we do this one? Is it the same one?
In the last hours, the judge has sentenced Sean Combs to a slap on the wrist. 50. Breaking news tonight. A dark day for crime victims and women all over the world. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, has been sentenced in a court of law to a measly 50 months with time served. That leaves just 36 months behind bars. Factor in good behavior, he'll be out in no time. Judge, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
The case is closed now, and the judge just gave Diddy his answer. It is 50 months, 4 years, 2 months for Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm Justin Carter, right outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. This is a TSR Investigate special report, Trial Watch.
Oh my God, man.
Court on Friday. His mother, Janice Combs, though, did wave to the crowd. It was an emotional day. 6 of the
I can't stand this acting,
son,
man.
Justin Combs, and his siblings.
Watch this. Wait a minute. Oh, my bad.
Justin, how you feeling? How you guys feeling? You can see there Diddy's son, Justin Combs, and his siblings. They had little to say as they left.
I think the mother is sick, so they really trying to make sure she don't fall.
Court
anything.
on Friday. His mother, Janice.
But look, this what kills me. Watch the lady with the white hat on, like when she turned the other way. Like, let me act like I'm trying to really, really help you. I can't stand actors, man. Watch this.
Combs, though, did wave to the crowd. It was an emotional
it was the other girl, the other lady.
Day. 6 of the Combs kids addressing the judge. All 3 of his daughters broke down in tears, pleading for their father. Delilah Combs saying that she feared losing her father after the death of her mother, Kim Porter. She said, quote, give our family a chance to heal together, to rebuild, to change, to move forward. Not as a headline, but as human beings. The Shade Room, we were also in court. There were people crying with her.
Thank you.
And that 11-minute video Diddy's defense team released last night. It played for the judge in court. Diddy in tears as he later took the stand for the first time and pled for leniency. Quote, I ask your honor for a chance to be a father again, a son again, a leader in my community again, for a chance to get the help that I desperately need to be a better person, end quote. He apologized to the people he says that he hurt, including Cassie Ventura and Jane, saying that He was sick because of the drugs, and his disgusting and shameful actions was a burden he would carry for the rest of his life. Judge Aaron Submaranian, though, while praising his role as a father, a mogul, and philanthropist, said that his decision was based on the full picture, and he considered Diddy's long history of abuse, coercion, and violence towards the victims. Quote, "Why did it happen so long? Because you had the power and the resources to keep it going, and because you weren't caught," end quote. Combs, he sat with his attorneys quiet. None of them spoke. They barely moved as that sentence was read. Diddy's legal team says they do plan to appeal. As he left the courtroom, Diddy said to his family, quote, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
I think the time he got was warranted.
And outside the courtroom, amongst the sea of onlookers and journalists, Sheree Haynes, also known as the Punisher.
Punisher. Look, in search of freezer meat. Oh my God. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you, man. Everybody marketing, promoting something. God dang, he got his own book. So he out there trying to market and promote his own book.
Escorts who testified that he was hired to engage in sex with Cassie and what's known as a freak-off. He says that he is glad this is all over.
What women go through in terms of being victims and not being heard, there has to be a precedent set that deters people from the same behavior. And if he's able to do all that in such a public way, acknowledge it, and gets a slap on the wrist, it's just not the right message.
Now, Diddy will be credited for time served, which is 12 months. He also got 5 years supervised release and will have to pay a $500,000 fine. We're here in Lower Manhattan. I'm Justin Carter. This is the TSR Investigate Special Report, Trial Watch.
Oh my gracious, man. That was a slap. That was a terrible slap, man. Curry reacts to Diddy. Mark Curry. Hey, check this out, man. Former bad boy faces charges after a dog attack. Oh, I got a real good one. One more after this one right here. Oh, man.
Former bad boy artist Mark Curry reacts to Diddy being sentenced.
I'm here today right now to let everybody know, first and foremost, if you ain't got one of my books, go get one right now. Everybody, I think when he go to court today, they're gonna give him, if time served would be great, but it might be 5 years. And it might be 5 years because they can't do something for him just because he's Puff Daddy and then hurt our brothers that was my Curry or your Williams or your Stevens or somebody that was a part of your family. They hurt them and there was no help for you because they didn't have money. They had to go sit in prison for all of the time that my littlest brother did. 23 years, I believe, 23 years in prison. He did more time in prison than any friend that I ever had that went to prison. I got friends that went and did 10,
What'd he
15,
do?
17.
But what'd he do, though? Oh,
and
man.
to this day has a wife, a car, a house, a big house. He's loved, a family. And I'm like, yo, this dude went off to do prison time and come home and told, like, sometimes it only take one time to sit down for good people. Like, it only take one time for them to sit you down for you to understand. Hard-headed is keep going to prison over and over and over and over again. Let me talk to y'all because I was just really in the air talking. Hard-headed go to prison over and over and over and over again because they just don't learn. A learning lesson is if you're doing something that's not creating the results for you that...
Can you get the Diddy, bro? What was
actually like fought themselves for things that go on in their life. Like if you were an ugly person in life and you find yourself standing next to an ugly person in life, either it's going to, one, be by accident or it's because you attract ugly people. And people get mad when they realize, like, damn, you attract ugliness. So it's not that, you can't win. It's the fact that you attract all of the ugly things in life that you complain about, and you don't need them. But people attract ugliness. What they expect, the most beautifulest things in the world, like Keith Murray or something like that. And you be like, just like that. So then...
be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We holding on as a people. We're not really letting, the world come through and fire somebody down that's rich. Money and doing all of this, all right, that's what it costs. And you just don't know what to believe. You might go home and you argue at home more than you argue in the streets.
Oh, come
you
on,
believe
dude.
in everything that you can think of, because everything you think of actually agrees with the way that you feel or the way that you understand it.
What the heck is you
so
talking
you're being
about?
charged anytime we going into financing something. So, today, this morning, I just want to wake up and give good game. I'm seeing everybody that's saying things and here, and I want to say hello to everybody so nobody thinks that I don't see them, acknowledge them, but focus on a lot of things, because we got a lot of work to do, and we do it because they didn't want to give him life. He was up against life, and that means, but what we're going through is 85 or 10. That means 8, he did 2. He might get 5 or 6. I don't know. I'm not the judge, and I don't want him to do it.
Oh my God, man.
I'm not a lawyer, but Sean Diddy Combs has just been sentenced to 50 months in prison, which equals to 4 years and 2 months.
The day was October 3rd, 2025.
She started off saying, I'm not a lawyer. God dang.
I'm not a lawyer, but Sean Diddy Combs has just been sentenced to 50 months in prison.
You ain't got to be no lawyer in order to know that I'm not a lawyer. Should I make my bad? I should have said that right after the sentencing. I'm not a lawyer, y'all. But Diddy's been sentenced to 50 months.
Out. And unfortunately, this happened.
So back in July, Diddy was, of course, convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Each count had a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. So 2 counts means he was looking at a maximum of 20 years in prison. Max sentences are typically reserved for the very worst kind of criminals, and so in this case, neither the prosecutors nor the defense were arguing that he should be sentenced to 20 years. Prosecutors were instead...
Prosecutors, man, y'all should have... Y'all terrible, man. Y'all terrible. I would have went from 8 years. He should be getting 8 years to 15 years. That's what they should have said. That would at least got him at least 55 months or something.
Arguing that Diddy should be sentenced to no less than 135 months, which amounts to 11 years and 3 months. And they say that's based on some enhancements for his sentence.
Now, Diddy, unfortunately for him, would receive 50 months. But before getting to 50 months, Diddy decided to talk to the audience.
And then when you add on the fact that they say these were vulnerable victims, again, they say that adds on more time. So with those enhancements, they say he should be sentenced to no less than 11 years and 3 months. The defense, on the other hand, argue that all those enhancements don't apply to Diddy or this case. They say that he should be sentenced to no more than 14 months. And because he was arrested in September of 2024, that means he served a little over a year. So basically in about 2 months, which would get him to December, they say he should be let out. Now, in addition to the recommendations from the defense and from the prosecutors, there was a third recommendation, and that comes from U.S. probation. So the probation office submits what's called a pre-sentence report, or a PSR.
Then the judge would respond to Diddy.
He started off by saying, listen, Mr. Combs, I know your accomplishments, that you're self-made, that you're an inspiration to your community. I know about your accomplishments, your struggles, that you're a father, that you're struggling with drug addiction. I understand it all. However, and that's when the judge went off, saying the freak-offs were not just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said you abused the power and control that you had over women that loved you. That I heard Cassie's testimony. I saw the text, the evidence, the bruises. I know that 2 women contemplated taking their lives because of you. Said these are serious offenses and you've done irreparable damage to these women. That despite what the defense says about the prostitution charges, you were no John. You were more. He then said, I understand multiple people have come to this court today to say you're a changed man. But he said, remember when you beat Jane when you were under investigation? And this was after Cassie's lawsuit and after the hotel attack video? You didn't seem remorseful then. He said, do you remember when you taunted her while you were beating her and said, is this coercion? So with that, he said, I want to send a message to victims and abusers that you will be held accountable. And then laid out that he will be sentenced to 50 months in prison.
And so people were bringing up his character, what he's done for the community. He is an activist, all of these things. And he's crying. He has tears. And I just thought about this, you know, being a simp and a scary Negro that I am. If you were scared of all this stuff, why'd you do it? And let this talk today, brothers, be about us and not Diddy. Let it be about us. Let me go off the record. Let me go off script. Number one, I always knew that jail, prison, peanut butter sandwiches, you know, just shanks, that wasn't for me. I already knew, Lord Jesus, that's not for me. What did I do?
Amen, my brother. I'm allergic to jail. I can't go, man. So if you go to jail, don't expect me to come visit you. I can't go to the spot, bruh. I'm sorry. Been there maybe once or twice by accident. By accident, I've been there once or twice. I don't even want to play no part in the movie as a jail person.
Prison, peanut butter sandwiches, you know, just shanks. That wasn't for me. I already knew, Lord Jesus, that's not for me. What did I do? I stayed in school. I wore church socks. I stayed going to church. I stayed away from as much crime as I could. Had a few parking tickets, okay? I stayed away from all of that because I'm not built for that. I understood that that's not me, and I don't want that. I don't need that. That's not who I am. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry, I just can't do it, okay? That's not me. It's not me. It's not going to be me. I don't want no parts of it at all, all right? It is what it is. So now my question is to all of y'all out there that want to act hard, then why can't y'all do that? What's the problem? Why you out here acting as if you really built like that? And you not built like that. You're not really ready for that kind of smoke. So now when them people give you them football numbers and all of that, now there you are crying. No, don't cry. Go and tell him. Tell the judge. Well, that's all you got. I ain't sorry. Yeah, I was doing what I was doing. Like the judge said, you was under investigation. You still was beating on her. You didn't care about that. Why you crying? Don't cry. Be real. Yeah, you're right. I did it. And what?
Be proud.
I did it. And I'm going to take the consequences with it. Nah, don't go out there and start crying. So, judge, when I get out, I'm going to go out there and feed the children, judge. I'm going to go out there and feed the fish, the goldfish, all the fish. I'm going to go out there and do anything I can, family. I'm going to do everything, family. I'm so No, don't say that.
Be a man.
Be real. Be real. Go ahead. You was hiring all these little male sex workers and male clappers. Just tell the truth. I don't care. I'm only sad because I got caught. And see, some of you dudes out there, especially you black men, some of y'all who younger, you think that you invincible until your ass isn't. And all of a sudden, now you want somebody to feel sorry for you. Don't nobody feel sorry for no rich dude that'll make billions of dollars that go around here acting like he owned the world, thinking that he's special. That he lit and that he on point. Don't nobody want to put up with your ass. I can guarantee you. All right, nobody want to put up with you. I'm gonna tell you right now that they don't care. They not listening to your ass. Don't nobody feel sorry for you at all. It don't make no sense. You can say whatever you want to say if you will, but like my mom used to tell me, if you want to keep your ass out of jail, do the right thing. If you want to keep your ass out of jail, you better do the right thing. Okay, Stop trying to act like you hard. You a gangster. You got old black men out there.
It's that simple, bruh. It's just that simple.
Like they ain't just young people. You got people thinking they invincible. You don't own America. I can see if you were somewhere, maybe in Africa somewhere, Nigeria. You know, I could better understand why you feel like that. But you know, when you running raggedy, you're gonna be down bad anyway. So it's not going to matter. It's just not gonna matter. Okay, it's just not going to matter. You look stupid completely. Okay, it is what it is. Get your life together. Like my mom used to always tell me, stay in the books. And right now, I'm over here simping. I'm over here simping in Africa. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not no gangster. Ain't never tried to be no gangster. I don't know nothing about no jail. Ain't going to jail. Ain't trying to go to jail. Ain't worried about no damn jail. I don't even think about going to no damn jail. What is that? What is that? No, I'm doing what I need to do, which is staying out of some damn trouble. How about that? Okay? And Diddy, go do them 50 months, bruh. Get them lotioned up if you need to. Do them months. Because you was out there playing around. Now you look stupid. Get together before it's too late, brothers. I know y'all thinking I'm preaching everything, but look, you don't want to be in there. You don't want to be in jail. Don't commit no crime. Don't commit no crimes at all. Okay? You see some of you, especially women. Let me talk about that. A lot of brothers, or men in general, you got a woman, she ain't listening to you. You feel like she not doing what you want her to do. So your response is, oh, well, I need to go head on and whoop on her. I need to do that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to do none of that. If she is not what you need, leave her alone. If you feel like you got to be beating on somebody, you feel like you got to be putting your hands on somebody, because I'm going to tell you right now, she don't respect it. She don't respect it. Okay? She don't respect it. You're better off doing what you're supposed to do, which is walking away. End up like Diddy crying and asking for forgiveness, because I'm telling you like this, especially some of you dudes out there, these non-black women, they are not going to understand why you beating on them. These judges, I don't care how much money you got. And a lot of black men got to understand, when you're dealing with non-black women, you have to be on your stuff. When you're dealing with non-black women, you got to be real careful. So guys, what do you think it's your boy, X, and back out again. The episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Before I do, turn the bell. We're out.
Oh my gracious, man. When you dealing with women, period, black or white, this is, oh my God, here we go.
Diddy allegedly just got beat up in jail. He allegedly has 2 black eyes and lots of puff.
Here is what allegedly happened. Diddy got shoulder checked by a Mexican gang member, and it started an altercation that allegedly went something like this. Diddy to the Mexican gang member, slow down. I'm a bad boy for life, Mexican, homie. I will break you, SA. Diddy, son, they call me the diddler for a reason. Mexican says nothing, blank stare. Allegedly punched Diddy multiple times until he turned.
No.
I'm not a lawyer, but...
I'm not a lawyer. I shouldn't even play that at the end, man. We might have to cut that out. It might have a copyright on it. Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. I got one more video to do, and then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get me my favorite meal. It's Sunday. Is it Sunday, y'all? Let's see. I think it's Sunday. Lord have mercy. Lordy day. It's the 5th. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, today's Sunday. So I'm going to do something that I want to do for a change. And interesting, man. It's interesting. Look here. Please, y'all got to realize that this is only the first blow. It ain't no knockout. You were trying to hit a home run the first time up the bat. But we got on base. You feel me? We probably barely hit the ball and it bunted, and we got on base with this Diddy trial. 50 months. Oh man, that's not going to second base or third base. You know, if he would have got like 100 months, then that's like second base or something. That's a big hit. We at least got on base, is what I'm trying to say. So keep your head up, people. A change is going to come. Change is going to come, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.